The testing is complete, but it fails to explain what caused a massive fish kill along the Salt Fork of the Arkansas River this summer. Thousands of big catfish, carp, and buffalo died, a scenario very similar to one that played out 2 years ago along the Red River. Both incidents apparently will remain mysteries.
The laboratory at the Department of Environmental Quality struggled with the water samples from the Salt Fork because of something that is always in the water of the Salt Fork River.
It's a very salty matrix, and with matrices like that, right after a rainfall event, that can add to some analytical complications.
Chris Armstrong is Director of Laboratory Services at the Department of Environmental Quality. He says after weeks of working on the water samples, they have reached the same point as they did when analyzing water from a very similar fish kill on the Red River 2 years ago. A situation that Armstrong describes as frustrating because they just don't have enough information to tell what happened.
No, we can't answer that question at this time.
Another mystery fish kill that will likely remain unsolved.
I don't think there's anything else that we can do for this particular kill. I think that seeing both of those events as mysteries is pretty much where we're at with that as well.
Armstrong isn't satisfied with the conclusion from the EPA that mycotoxins from tainted farm products were to blame for the thousands of big catfish that were killed along 100 miles of the Red River over the July 4th weekend of 2011. Work continues at DEQ on what went on in the Red River to cause the fish kill, but Armstrong says in the meantime, several state agencies are now looking for ways to improve their odds of solving the next big fish kill that hits the state.
We need to have a better coordinated response, both internally as well as external to the DEQ, and that would be discussions that would probably occur with the Oklahoma Water Resources Board, the Corporation Commission, folks like that.
And the public also has a role in helping to improve the state's response.
If you see a fish kill that's occurring, you could report that to our hotline. If you see suspicious activity on a water body, you could also report that to our hotline.
The DEQ hotline number to report environmental problems is 1-800-522-0206. One thing is certain in the Salt Fork fish kill: a huge amount of sodium was in the water at the time fish began dying. Where it came from, however, is unknown, but Armstrong says his gut tells him what killed the fish probably was washed into the river as runoff from major rainfall back in June.
I had a lot of material that was washed into the water with those events, a lot of solids. If something had been present at the time of the fish kill, that would have been masked. That would have masked whatever that material was.
On the sample we took from the Salt Fork, DEQ declined to test the material because it was not collected by them. Samples were reportedly taken from the same area and were found to be the result of natural decay of organic material.